Joshua chapter 1, verse 3. Every place the sole of your foot will tread upon, I have given to you, just as I promised to Moses. This is the third verse in this book, and already what we see is a promise from the Lord. God has promised something to Moses way back when, and now he's making the exact same promise to Joshua. God promises every place, not some places, every place, that the sole of your foot will tread upon, I have given to you, just as I promised Moses. This promise takes us all the way back to Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 24, which says, every place on which the sole of your foot tread shall be yours. Your territory shall be from the wilderness to the Lebanon, and from the river Euphrates, to the western sea. Now, these are just the dimensions that God is going to restate in the very next verse here in Joshua chapter 1, verse 4. But what we're seeing here is that God is making the exact same promise that he made to Moses. Now Moses is off the scene. Moses is dead, and so God is making the same promise to Joshua. This promise is for Joshua. Now, every place that the sole... Every place, there's only 4 toes there. Anyway, every place that the sole of your foot will tread upon, I have given to you, just as I promised to Moses. This was a promise to Moses in which God fulfilled. Moses had no reason to doubt. He had no reason to worry. God did exactly what he said. And so this was something that Moses clearly illustrated to Joshua. Hey, you can trust the Lord because he is going to be faithful to his promises. And now we see God is making this promise to Joshua in the same way that I promised to Moses. And it's something future for Israel. Every place that the sole of your foot will tread upon. So that's a future thing. Israel hasn't crossed the Jordan yet. They haven't gone into the land. Their feet haven't gone that far, but they will go far. And wherever their feet do go, God is going to give them what he promised them. He's going to give them this land everywhere that they set their foot. But even though this is a future thing for Israel, it is like a past declaration to the Lord. I have given it to you. It's like already a done deal. It's already set in stone, if you will. Like God has already made the decision. There's no going back on his word. And thus Israel, and specifically Joshua leading Israel, he is to go into the land with no questions. He is not to have any question marks in the back of his mind. He's not to doubt God's motives. He's not supposed to doubt God's ability to do this or his willingness even. God has promised to do this. And his promise is already based out of the fact that this decision has already been made. And so again, God hasn't given this land to the Philistines, the Egyptians, or any other nation. He's given it to Israel, and it is a done deal. And so this is Joshua chapter 1, verse 3. Every place that the sole of your foot will tread upon, I have given it to you already. It's like an already not yet. They just have to go in and possess it. Just as I promised to Moses. As I was faithful to Moses, so I will be faithful to you. Take it to the bank. Joshua 1:3.